Hi, I'm Josh LaBuda, and this is my review of Born on the 4th of July by Kovic. It's an autobiography that was published in 1976. So what happens in this book is Ron, the author, he goes over to Vietnam when he signs up for the Marines, and there he gets paralyzed from the waist down. And then basically after that, he comes home and we follow him through the hospitals and the rehabilitation. And later on in his daily life, he begins to speak out against the war and try and get veterans more rights. What I enjoyed about this book is just how real he made everything seem. And it was. These were accounts of his life. I remember the one part where he's talking about how he first got paralyzed and how he was shot in the chest and it went through and severed his spine. That's how he ends up getting paralyzed from the waist down. He just the things, the screaming that he heard there, and the amount of imagery in this book is really what got me to continue reading on, just because it was so graphic at times, and it's kind of sick to say, but I enjoyed how much detail he went into with all of the blood and gore and stuff. It really keeps people entertained in the book. So this was the most difficult part of the project, was finding something I didn't like because the book was so well written. But if I had to choose something, it would have to be the point of view changes. In the book, he changes from his perspective to a third-person perspective, saying he and describing his daily life, kind of like he was schizophrenic. It was really weird the way that he did that, and I didn't enjoy that one bit. It was a bit hard to follow, but if you have some intelligence, you should be able to follow it. Other than that, that was good. The style of writing in this book was phenomenal. He added so much imagery and so many other things that it just blew me away. So here's one from the very first page of the book, and that's crazy that he jumps right in, but this is with the imagery of it. The blood is rolling off my flak jacket from the hole in my shoulder, and there are bullets cracking all around me into the sand. I keep trying to move my legs, but I cannot feel them. I try to breathe, but it's difficult. Another point where there's lots of imagery is when Ron and his friend are at a rally in D.C., and the police come at them. It says, a girl was crying and screaming, trying to help her bleeding friend. She was yelling something about the pigs and kept stepping backward away from the horses and the flying clubs that came toward her. Another thing that he does with his word choice is he refers back to things that other authors have previously written. So multiple times in this, he has referred to Yankee Doodle, the song Yankee Doodle. Also, countless poems in here about war and Vietnam in its own that he has written and he put into this book to more underline the fact what was wrong with this war and what was happening over there. I would definitely 100% recommend this book to anyone who enjoys a good read or just someone who's into military and anything like that. I even went so far as to watch the movie for this book, and it was just phenomenal. They definitely capitalized on the points in this. So if you're not a reader, this is also a movie, and it's a real short movie, about 2 hours long. It's definitely worth a read or a watch. Just for the utter gore and amount of swear words in this, I wouldn't really recommend it to anyone who's not at least mature enough to understand the reasoning behind him putting those scenes in there to really pull you in. So I would say about young adult is the age range that I would say should read this book. I mean, it's definitely not a bedtime story to tell your kids, but it's definitely a good read. I would, yes. People thought that was going to be difficult. Oh, I'm done. I'm done.